Hey guys, Samantha the Card Girl here. Welcome back to my channel and day 16 of 31 days of Halloween. Today I thought I would share some spooky ghost stories. So these are personal experiences that have happened to me. So I just have a couple examples or stories that I want to share with you. So I know I already talked about the one after 9/11 when we were in that vigil and you know, the pink clouds and stuff. So this one is it's hard for me to talk about it without tearing up because it was so cool, and it's about my mother. So my mom passed away in 2010, and my husband and I did not start having kids until 2012. So the kids never met their grandmother. And when Zach was a baby, he would babble, you know, and we just assumed, you know, talking to mom. And Maddie, though, was more vocal about it, I guess. One night, she was around 1.5 years old, and she woke up and crying. I could not calm her down, couldn't get her back to sleep. I don't know what stirred her, what woke her up, but I tried diaper, I tried bottle, I tried rocking, I tried singing, tried, you know, like rubbing her face to try to calm her down, and just nothing was working. I was in her bedroom trying to soothe her for about 45 minutes, like no joke. And it was somewhere around 2 in the morning at this point, and I just was like, you know what, I just need to put you down. I was getting frustrated, I felt it. So I was like, you're just gonna have to cry it out. We both need sleep, you know. So I put her down. I walked out of the room. I closed her door. I looked up and said, "Mom, help." And 2 seconds later, I hear from my daughter, "It's Grandma, yay!" and clapping. She had a little bit of baby babble, and she was out the rest of the night. So that it was so amazing, so cool, you know. My mom was close by, and she had to have heard the desperation in my voice. And like I said, my daughter was only 1.5, so we didn't really talk to her about Grandma. You know, she didn't know. And so that was just amazing. Another story involving Maddie. I was at work, and I get a either text message or phone call from my husband saying, "Your daughter freaked me out today." And I was like, okay, what? Why? Well, he had gotten her up for a nap, and she looked at him and said, "Hi, Daddy," and then looked in the corner of the room where there was nothing and said, "Hi, Grandma." And my husband goes, "What did you say?" Which got her attention. So she looked back at him, and then she looked back over in this empty corner and said, "Hi, Grandma." So, so cool. It's so cool. Another one, I was in our local mall, right? So building, lots of stores inside, lots of stuff going on. I was at work. I worked at a jewelry company at this point in time. And my grandmother had recently passed, and her niece stopped in. And my grandmother gave me her diamond ring. And I had just gotten that back like a few days before from being cleaned and polished and sized to my finger. And so I was showing her the ring, and we were talking about, you know, my grandmother, her aunt. And shortly after that, I am on the outside of the counter, so like where the customers would be, and I'm wiping down the glass. There was one other coworker with me, but he was on the all right, so there was an island, and then against the wall there was another counter. He was in the center island with his back toward me, and it's a very long center island. You would have had to like run and run back to do what I'm about to describe, and there was just no way. Nobody was running by. But anyway, so I'm standing there, I'm cleaning, and like this, and I feel a tug on my shirt. And it was so strong that I literally spun around to see who pulled my shirt. No one was there. No one was near me. No one was around me. Like I said, the kid, his back was to me, typing on the computer. So that was something. And my grandmother was a very touchy-feely, always, grabbing and hugging and all that sort of thing. And not, how like somebody touches you, the feeling of the fingers linger for a while. Well, I still had that feeling on my side, and when I looked down at my shirt, it was actually pulled in the direction that I had felt the tug. So that was amazing, and I really believe that was my grandmother, acknowledging that she saw that. So that was so cool. I do have one other story. Oh, so this one, my husband and I did not tell family when we were thinking about starting a family. Actually, we talked about it, and so we got pregnant. And when we went to tell my father, rather, we said, and he just gave this blank stare and disbelief. It felt like for an eternity, like he could not say a word. And we're like, is he not happy? Like, what? It was so weird. Well, he didn't tell me, but my sister told me later that the entire week prior, he had been having dreams that my mom was coming to him, so his wife, and saying, what are you going to do when Samantha tells you she's pregnant? Now, again, she was already past at this point, and we didn't tell anybody, so it's not like it was like up in the head somewhere and forgotten about, and my sister goes, Dad, it's Mom. They say when people are ready, loved ones will come to them. And my mother was always the type of person who wanted to make sure that my dad would say and do the right things, so he was pretty speechless about that. So that was interesting. I'm like, oh, thanks for the spoilers, Mom. I joke a little bit, but it's really, really cool. All right, so those are my spooky ghost stories, and I am going to be reading with the Antique Anatomy Tarot today. This is a newer deck. Got it at Barnes & Noble by Claire Goodchild. And I haven't even, if you watch my channel for a while, you know that I don't like the inserts. I will take this out and add a ribbon or a pretty back, to in here. So these are the backs, and the box is really pretty. It's all in your hands, is what it says. So I'm gonna shuffle these guys up. Ouch. I have not read with them yet at all. They are really cool style, really cool cardstock, or not cardstock, really cool images, I guess. And I like the look of them. It actually looks like it's made to look worn on the edges, which is really, really neat. But I mean, again, Antique Anatomy, right? But the cardstock is super flimsy, like paper. And I don't really care for that. I might actually laminate these guys because they are really cool cards. All right, what message are we going to get today? Okay. I'm going to move closer to the camera here. So here we have the Empress. Look how neat. So the Empress here is all about nurturing something, being kind and caring toward others, regardless of what's been going on, what's been going around. It's kind of like what I was talking about in last night's video with the card pull. Not retaliating, be the bigger person, be the better person, that kind of thing. Nurture and grow for yourself, your soul. Don't stoop down to negative levels. Stay positive. Focus on you. Don't feed into negativity, rather. There. Look how cool. The Empress and the Emperor, I think, are the only ones in this deck that actually have like fleshy parts, I think. But so that's today's message. I will show you some of these guys. These are not in order, obviously. I've shuffled, but here's Strength. Very non-traditional deck. It is a pip deck, so it can be a little bit harder to read. So there are blades. Oh, here's Justice. Isn't that pretty? I want to find some of the different suits. Okay, well, I have it. Here's the Emperor. Hierophant. So this deck definitely needs the book, or I need the book for this deck rather. Lovers. Coins, that's it. So there's knives, coins. I was hoping it would focus on its own, but it's not going to. They're very pretty cards. I definitely love the style. Oh, that's our elixirs. Cups are elixirs. How neat is that? Oh, and rods. Wands are rods. So rods, elixirs, knives. And I already forgot what the other ones were. Coins, that's right, coins. Very different. I'm thinking that the flowers and the colors play a lot into the meaning, so I'm really going to have to look at the guidebook. Let's see what these guys say. Here's the Fool. The Magician. This is neat, the High Priestess. White flowers in the skull. And the Hangman is actually a hanged skeleton. I love all the different decks, all the different artwork and styles and stuff like that. It's really, really neat. Here's Death. Temperance. Aren't they pretty? Oh, look at the Devil. The horns and the black flowers. Isn't he cool? I love it. Here's the World. Definitely dark a little bit. What would you say, macabre? But I think it's freaking awesome. I would definitely use this deck. Yes, it's more appropriate, I think, for this time of year, but I would use it year-round. Or at least I plan to. We'll see how it goes, huh? That's a cool one. I'm thinking these are aces. Two of elixirs. Here's the Tower. All the bees. It's a very, very interesting tower. Here's another coin one. This is 5 of coins. So where 5 of Pentacles is usually poverty, not having enough, feeling like that, feeling left out in the cold, struggling, a lot of times struggling financially. This doesn't really depict that. So the guidebook is definitely needed. Look at the Hermit. I do like that it has the candle. That's very traditional. But, and here's the Wheel of Fortune. Alright guys, I am going to wrap it up here. It's been about 15 minutes. I will show you the moon last. Interesting. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead, hit that subscribe button for more 31 days of Halloween. See you guys tomorrow. Bye!